meanwhile, the Telugu star flying from Hyderabad to Mumbai, she will appear before the NCB tomorrow. She was to appear this morning. She told the NCB she hadn't received summons and that she will appear before the NCB tomorrow. We had Simon Kimbata, who appeared before the NCB this morning. And you've got Shraddha Kapoor, who's been called in on Saturday, which is also the day Deepika Padukone wants to appear before the Narcotics Control Bureau. These images from the Panjim Airport in Dambulim Airport in Goa, where Deepika Padukone and her better half Ranveer Singh, who've been locked in conversation with their lawyers, preparing their legal strategy, now entering the airport and will shortly be on the way to Mumbai. I want to go across live to our colleague Nagarjun. He's at the Dambulim Airport in Goa. Nagarjun, what details can you give us about the kind of legal strategy that Deepika Padukone has been preparing along with her lawyers, and why is it that she wants to appear on Saturday?
He's also part of them only. He's also part
Nagarjun?
of them. Airport, Goa airport, and there was site security. We were barricaded, in fact, and Deepika was seen. In fact, she didn't even respond to the cameras. We called out her name. She didn't turn towards the camera. Neither did Ranveer. Ranveer was holding Deepika's hand, and then she took her inside.
So these are images from the Goa airport, where Deepika Padukone has reached from her hotel. She was shooting for a film in Goa. In fact, so was SARA Ali Khan. SARA Ali Khan left by a 2:45 commercial flight. Deepika is flying on a charter to Mumbai, where she will then appear before the Narcotics Control Bureau, which has been able to access WhatsApp messages where she's seen asking her manager at Quan, the talent management company, to arrange drugs for her. So those are the charges, and this case really raises very, very important questions about privacy, about WhatsApp exchanges, ending up with an investigating agency, the legal admissibility of such an exchange, and how strong is the evidence of the Narcotics Control Bureau in the case that they're trying to build against the Bollywood superstar. Nagarjun Dwarkanath joins us. He's at the airport. Nagarjun, you've been staking out at the airport since the morning. Now you've got Deepika Padukone arriving at the airport. When does her flight take off, and what can you tell us about what's happening at the Goa airport at this moment, Nagarjun?
Rahul, 8:45 is the takeoff time that we have got. This plane that came from Bangalore has landed at 7 o'clock. It's a Gulfstream G150 which has come from Bangalore. It's a orbit aviation plane. 6 members will board is what we are told. But we saw Ranveer and Deepika. At least we could recognize both of them, and remaining crew members. There were baggages that were taken. She completely beefed up security, tightened security for both of them. They came in 2 white Innova cars. Both were seated together, Ranveer and Deepika Padukone. She didn't even turn towards the camera, neither Ranveer. Ranveer was wearing a hat and a pink t-shirt, and Deepika in a white coat. They did seem a bit disturbed, at least with the body language, because when you see the paparazzi at Mumbai airport, whenever Deepika and Ranveer go out on vacations, they are completely camera friendly. They wave at camera, they speak to the reporters, they speak to the camera persons. But today, they didn't seem, they seemed very different. They didn't seem interested towards the camera. They didn't even look at the camera. One of the crew members who had arrived at the airport before the flight, she in fact told the police that the media should be kept away. That's the request. The police did agree to that request, and they did keep us away. But somehow we did manage to get the visuals. When we shouted out Deepika's name, she didn't even look towards her or turn towards her. It seems like they were paranoid with something. There was some awkwardness when coming in front of the media, at least this point of time.
Nagarjun, we'll come back to you for more. Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh now at the Goa airport. They will be taking off shortly for Mumbai. We'll track that and more. We'll also track everything that's happening through the day today in this high-profile NCB probe against top Bollywood stars. Deepika Padukone wants to appear before the NCB Saturday. As I said, very, very important questions about the admissibility of WhatsApp messages. You've got her asking for drugs, but there's no evidence of her consuming drugs. How compelling then is the case against Deepika Padukone? Is this a much needed cleanup of the alleged drug nexus in Bollywood, or is this a mega witch hunt? We'd look at that and more, which will be my top focus on the news track tonight.
Narcos aim for the stars. How high does the probe go? Bollywood forced to sober up. Top Bollywood actors on the Narcos list. Cleanup or witch hunt? The top focus on News Track.
We look at the evidence that the NCB has just at this moment against Deepika Padukone, Rakulpreet Singh, SARA Ali Khan, Shraddha Kapoor and Simone Kambata. That and a lot more coming up on the news track. Here are the headlines we are tracking this Thursday evening. Deepika Padukone to be questioned by the Narcotics Control Bureau on Saturday. The actor will be grilled about her 2017 chat where she allegedly asked her manager for hash. Another top actor summoned by the NCB on Saturday, Sara Ali Khan, arrives in Mumbai from Goa. Sara will be grilled along with Shraddha Kapoor on the 26th. Named by RHEA Chakrabarti, Rakulpreet Singh finally agrees to appear before the NCB tomorrow. This even as designer Simone Kambata is questioned for over 4 hours today. No relief for RHEA Chakrabarti. Her bail plea adjourned till the 29th of September. Former Australian cricketer Dean Jones dies of a stroke. The 59-year-old was in Mumbai to fulfill his commitments for the host broadcasters of the IPL. Do you have the reporter? If you have it, take it. All eyes are now on Bollywood superstar Deepika Padukone, who is to land in Mumbai once her chartered flight takes off from Goa. The images that you see on your screen are from the Dambulim airport in Goa, where Deepika Padukone, dressed in white with her husband Ranveer Singh, both wearing COVID masks, as is very much a necessity at this moment. They went in straight past the journalists who were waiting for them into the Goa airport, where a private commercial charter has come in from Bengaluru, which will bring them to Mumbai. They've been locked in deliberations with their lawyers, preparing their legal strategy. We will look at the nature of the evidence that the NCB has against Deepika Padukone and where this case could go from here. You know, it's very significant because never before this has any investigating agency tried to take down the drug nexus in Bollywood in the manner in which the NCB is attempting to do at this moment. And each one character is revealing new details which is leading to more and more stars being caught in this drug dragnet. So we'd look at all of that, but let's just show you our